Community Radio.
1337.
Turn up the volume.
The People's Radio, Nevsky.
This is the People's Radio News for the week ending the 4th of September 2951. Our top headline continues to be Zenithred's second campaign in the Stanton system. What began as a recent attack on a corporate convoy bound for Terra turned into all-out war in nearby Stanton once again for the second time within a year. For more on this, we cross to our Stanton system correspondent, Emma Gatewood.
For the second time in less than a year, Zenithred has launched an assault on the Stanton system. The terrorist group made their intentions known by marking their return with the takeover of Comrades, as well as fresh attacks on UE Naval Station INS Jericho. Civilian defense forces were once again mobilized to counter the fresh incursions, leading People's Alliance Council Representative Tyrone Basing to issue the following statement.
CDF mobilization for non-military police action once again represents an official UAE endorsement of vigilante justice in nearby Stanton. Always is that they be consistent in their stance. If it is wrong outside the empire, it is just as wrong within it. The next time we hear of advocacy agents sent into NICS for a so-called vigilante, don't expect us to help in any way.
Having learned from their previous defeat here, Zenithred appear to be better armed, in greater numbers, and seemingly far more organized. Returning with a plethora of capital ships and plenty of firepower escorting them, many here in Stanton are perplexed as to how they have amassed such an armada so shortly after a seemingly crushing defeat the last time they invaded the system. This raises serious questions as to what may be at play in driving this rise in force strength and new recruits. The campaign and eventual election of UE Imperator Leilani Addison is thought to be a key factor, as rising tensions and xenophobia within the Senate appears to have derailed her nominee for ambassador to the Sion Empire. When I reached out to the advocacy's Rowena Dooley for her thoughts on this, as well as the People's Alliance statement that the civilian defense force she commands represents an official UE endorsement of vigilante justice, she not surprisingly declined comment. For the People's Radio News reporting from Stanton, for all of you back home in NICS, I'm Emma Bakasalsa.
In other Stanton system news, it looks as though the UE Navy and the advocacy's Rowena Dooley have a lot on their plate. Reports have surfaced that the Ninetales faction have taken advantage of the distraction provided by Zenithred, with lockdowns of several space stations near Crusader, disrupting tourists and freight haulers headed to Orison. In Pyro, fresh attacks on Ruin Station are widely rumored to be the result of a power vacuum. With Zenithred's forces stretched thin in Stanton, rival gangs have battled for control of the station and system all week long. This, along with recent flare activity from Pyro itself, made travel especially hazardous throughout the system. Finally closer to home right here in NICS. Some positive news: scientists in the Keegar Belt have detected an exocomet rich in volatiles. Convoys from Levski were seen leaving on the morning of the 2nd in hopes of getting a good look and perhaps more. And with that, I'm Austin Novamir. Fly safely and enjoy the week ahead.